Let me get back to the guns again. I hear them calling me, and all I ask is my own ship and the surge of the open sea. In the long dark nights when the stars are out and the clean salt breezes blow, and the land's foul ways are half forgot like nightmare, and I know that the world is good and life worthwhile and man's real work to do. In the final test in nature's school to see which of us rings true. On shore in peace men cheat and lie, but you can't do that at sea. For the sea is strong. If your work is weak, vain is the weakling's plea. Of a first offense, or I'm only young, or it shall not happen again. For the sea finds out your weakness, and writes its lesson plain. The liar, the slave, the slum-bred cur, let them stay ashore, say I. For mark it well, if they come to me, I break them, and they die. The land is kind to a soul unsound. I find and probe the flaw, for I am the tears of eternity that rock to eternal law. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Rule the Waves 2 as Britain. The year is 1924, and we have just won a fairly significant victory against the Americans in a battle off the North American East Coast. We sank 4 American battle cruisers in exchange for one of our own. The rest of the fight was relatively indecisive, but we have some significant changes to our combat doctrine with these older, smaller gunned and lesser armored battle cruisers. So we will have to be engaging at a much longer range. After further investigation, I still have not figured out why I was not allowed to order a new type of torpedo bombers. So I did do a minor modification to the save game, changing a aircraft request into a torpedo bomber request. So somehow or another, we will end up with the plane that we are supposed to have, given that, as we can see here, I clearly have the technology to get those things. Alright, we have a fantastic new cruiser under design. It should be ready to order next turn. We have a whole group of destroyers under construction, but we don't really have the budget to be ordering any more destroyers right now, so now is not really the time for that. That said, however, let's take a quick look at the destroyers we do have and see if they are ready for deployment. Alright, one of them is undergoing repairs, the others are good enough. So let's grab these Lance class, and I think I'm going to move them to North America, because we need as much support as we can get up there. Alright, we'll run those fellows up to North America. Let's see how the combat strength compares. So we do have a strength advantage on the East Coast. What about in the Caribbean? 159 to 164. Okay, so we are tied in the Caribbean. And there's not a whole lot going on the West Coast. Back in Northern Europe, looks like America has withdrawn their ship. So there's no longer any significant capital ships there. I think, with that in mind, we can take the opportunity to send our remaining major capital ships overseas. So we'll grab the Camperdowns and the Invincible, and we will send them out. So we're going to concentrate our forces on the East Coast and see what kind of stuff we can get there. I'm going to leave the Invincible on trade protection. Actually, no, we're going to active fleet. She's got relatively poor experience, and that's probably also why the other battle cruisers did not do so well, is due to their very low crew ratings. Hopefully things will get better as they gain more experience, but we will worry about that next turn. Meantime, we've taken care of all the things that need to be taken care of, so we will move on to October. Alright, enemy coastal raid. I have no intention of allowing them to do so, so I accept. Oh boy. Night fight. with impermeable and inflexible. Ooh, this may not go well. Do we have any specific objectives? No. So we see what sort of other divisions. We've got a few patrol boats. We have a few transports. So those are going to be the primary objective, is to protect those transports. Alright. That one's probably fine, but the other ones out this way are vulnerable, so we need to protect those. Alright, we'll get this started. Crank up the time. It is early morning, and hopefully we will be able to only engage stuff really during the day. Who knows, if we're lucky, we might even be able to trap them in the bay here. Oh, that's interesting. So one of our transports is under attack. Let's see, who was it? Oh, no, that's not it. This one. So some of our scouts are taking off. Transport. I don't know if that's transport 1 or transport 2, or if that's just a transport that got hit twice. Let's see, we've got transport 2 is over there. Transport 3 is way back this way. Transport 4 back this way. Transport 5 way back that way. Okay, so I'm going to presume that transport 2 is the one we want. So he's right about somewhere over here. We're going to head in that direction. Okay, so there's oh, here we go. Opens fire at a coastal battery. Interesting. Wonder what they're doing up there. Alright, well, we'll head in that direction, and we'll pick up the speed to 20 knots so we can actually engage. Alright, I'm suspecting 1 or 2 battle cruisers, and transport merchant 4 has some sort of incomplete message. Probably sunk. Or torpedoed. Starting to get some error reports here. That's not a good sign. Oh, here we go. All right, contact. 2 enemy battle cruisers. All right, well, ooh, not good engagement conditions. I want to get the sun out of my eyes here, and we're going to drop down to normal game speed. Oh boy, already getting hit. Inflexible, waterline, belt extended. Ooh, not good. Alright, we got to pick up speed, and we have to... Oh boy, Ticonderogas. Yeah, these are their modern ships. We are not set to take that on. Turn around, head for port. We need to get out of here. And I'm going to order a flotilla attack to cover the retreat. What are you doing, Inflexible? Oh, come on, keep going. Oh, she lost electric power. Okay, we're getting some hits. But not enough. Alright, we just have to run straight back to St. John, because we are not set to take this on. Not yet. If this is an open battle with experienced crews, maybe. But not right now. Yep, we gotta enter port. Hopefully we can skirt around these Ticonderogas and make it back to St. John's. And who knows, maybe these shore batteries will do some damage. Hang in there, Inflexible. All right, turn for home. Yes, all forces enter harbor. Run, baby, run. More than 50% flotation damage. Keep up your speed. Come on, we're almost there. Oh no. That built up fast. Well, crap. That's another battlecruiser down. Now we have no choice but to just sit it out. Come on. Thank you for all the pauses, but now I want this battle to be over. We've already lost the ship that we were going to lose. Oh, there's some aircraft heading out. What on earth are you doing? Head back to port. Thank you for all the reports, but nope. It is time to head home. Come on. Hey, we scored a bomb hit on a destroyer. And 2 bomb hits on a cruiser. Probably the battle cruiser. And no other effects. Are we done yet? Almost. Almost. Come on. We've hit our time. Can we finish this? There we go. Finally. Oh man, that was a major disaster. 1 battle cruiser, 3 transports, a corvette, and a shore battery. Oh, that's not good. Alright, let's take a look, see how bad it was. Alright, so Inflexible, obviously gunned under due to 16-inch gun hits. 40 of them. Hold on, when did you get a torpedo hit? That's not right. Oh, that was one of the last things right here. Okay. Yeah, those 16-inch guns were just going through things like butter. And because it was a poor conditions engagement, we were not able to deflect anything or engage at long range. That was a disaster. Well, let's see what kind of aircraft results we got. I know we got some bomb hits, although not on this one. Let's see about the other one. Oh, come on. Where are you at? There's the Intrepid. Where's the other battlecruiser? Oh my god, they had battleships at sea as well. Here we go. United States. Alright. And they're also saying no hits. Did anybody get hit by a bomb? Okay, the Cincinnati got hit by a bomb. Let's see what kind of effect that had. Oh. Well, nice to know that we can knock out a turret. Alright, we need to significantly reevaluate our distribution of capital ships, because that was a disaster. The Army wants more resources for an offensive. Absolutely not. That is a terrible idea. Hey, torpedo protection 4. And K guns. Unexpected advances in fleet tactics. Carrier force. Good. Enemy fleets dominate the seas around Burma? They don't even have ships around Burma. That's absurd. That's downright ridiculous. Alright, latest design Pandora is ready for construction. Okay. We'll do a quick review of the design. Alright, so torpedo defense 2, speed 30 knots, 2.5-inch belt, pretty good, 1.5-inch deck, inclined belt to improve resistance against those smaller caliber shells. We've got 4 twin 6-inch guns. I like that. This is actually a pretty solid looking ship. We've got a fair number of dual purpose 4-inch secondaries, so that's pretty good. We've got some torpedoes on there, because you never know when you might need those. Overall, I rather like this design. Alright, I think we'll go with it. No need for any changes. We'll just leave it as is. So we're going to order one. In fact, I think I'm going to order 2. We can never have too many cruisers. Those are fantastically useful ships, and I'm a little bit light on that distribution right now. Okay, we need to rearrange our force distribution, because those battle cruisers up north are absolutely thrashing things. What do we have down south? America doesn't have a whole lot. Looks like they've mostly given up in the Caribbean, which is good, because that means I can start putting other ships in other places. So I think I'm going to concentrate all of my battle cruisers down in the Caribbean. So we're just going to take all surviving battle cruisers, and we're going to move those down to the Caribbean. And then I'll take the Iron Dukes, and I'll move those up to the East Coast. Those things should be able to take on the American ships quite a bit more effectively. They have the crew experience, and they have the firepower, armor, and other stats to take on those American battlecruisers. Now we can get in some proper scraps. I do think we can take a few other battlecruisers, or a few other battleships, and send those down south. So these somewhat smaller dreadnoughts, Camperdowns, dreadnoughts, we'll move those down to the Caribbean as well. There we go. That seems like a pretty good swap. And I think it is also time to start planning an invasion. I do not like the fact that America has territories right next to my main base at Jamaica. So we're going to see about changing that. We're going to plot an invasion of Guantanamo Bay. Oof, that's going to be expensive. But worth it. Alright, let's do a double check of all these ships. We have one more Lance that needs to get sent overseas, so we'll move that. That looks good. All of our other destroyers are set. Various ships undergoing repair. Alright. Seems okay to me. Let's get this party started. Actually, hang on. I think I'll also send one additional seaplane. Well, no, I think our seaplane tender distribution is good. Let's take a quick look at our air groups. Do we have those new improved fighters? Alright, so they are now equipped with the Bristol Hornet B. And the Samantha has a group of Bristol Hornet Cs. Good. Let's do a quick review here. The Hornet C has bomb capability. The Bs do not. So I think we can take the Samantha with her Hornet Cs, and we can send those up to the north. So we're going to bring those to northern Europe, East Coast. Because I'd rather have some sort of bomb dropping capability. There we go. We have... Oh, hang on. We've got no cruisers in North America. So let's send some cruisers over there to help out. No wonder why we haven't been having any cruisers in our fights. We didn't have any there to begin with. There we go. Now that's properly taken care of. Alright. Next turn. Alright. Of course, we immediately get a cruiser action in the Caribbean, right where we're moving everything away from. Okay. Sounds good to me. I accept. Alright. Not much of a cruiser action, more of a battle cruiser action. We've got our ineluctables. Oh boy. Well, that's not going to go well for them. Alright, it is bright and early in the day. The sun is just coming up. Let's see where we're searching. Oh, hang on. Cap and recon. Okay, so they're searching off in that general direction. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planes. That seems okay. Definitely do not need to go out 300. I don't even know if we can go out 300. We'll go 100. In fact, yeah, we'll go with 100. That seems like a pretty good search. And let's see what kind of trouble we can get into and what kinds of ships we can sink. All right, recon's heading out. There they go. And hopefully we can find the enemy force and engage them and actually get some good revenge for the last month's disaster. Okay, scouting didn't find anything. Oh, hang on. We have a carrier with us. Ooh. Alright, let's take a quick look at our strikes and... Well, they're all Bristol Hornet Bs, so they don't have any sort of offense. They also don't have very much range. So that was a highly ineffective scouting. But hey, we've got some sort of protection from airstrikes. And there is a unknown ship, so let's pick up our speed and see if we can get in close. Alright, lone battlecruiser. Perfect. That is just what I want to see. We're going to cross... Yeah, let's just turn and open broadsides. There we go. Randolph class. Let's see what she's got. Okay, 11 15-inch guns and not much armor. Well, this should be a fairly decisive fight then. Yeah, already starting to land some stuff. Uh-oh, hang on. Somebody's on fire. Impassable is on fire. That's not good. Alright. I don't like that. But the Randolph is already severely slowed down. So we'll just drop our speed to 20 knots. We'll see if we can get a few more good solid hits on there. Alright, fire's reduced to a level 2. And we're still having troubles with that fire. If I could tell just the Impassable to detach. Sorry. Impassable has the fire out. Ineluctable also has fire out. Okay, so we're good. we are good. Now I just need to get some more 16-inch hits on that, and then we can call it good. Alright, I do not want her getting away, so we'll pick up speed, see if we can close in and get some more hits. Oh, they've got coastal batteries there. I do not like that. Okay, reduce speed. We'll stick around here. We've got them at range. Hopefully he doesn't get away. If he gets away, I will be very distressed. And nope, he got away. And we lost a submarine. Yay! And one of our ships is heavily damaged. Glorious. Just glorious. Let's take a quick review of how we actually did. Alright, so actually, yeah, that's a fair number of hits right there. Quite a bit of structural damage. How did our armor hold up? So, fire started at 17,000 yards. And they were able to penetrate our belt at almost 18,000 yards with just a 15-inch gun. So, important lesson there. No amount of armor is effective protection against those big guns at range. All we can do is stay at range and hope they don't hit. Alright, we'll call that to a close. Marginal victory due to the damage. The Battle of Windward Point. Delayed due to unfavorable weather. Well, it is October. It's right in the middle of hurricane season, so that does make sense. And America is desperate enough to even send raiders off their own coast. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Anything else going on? Let's see. One more destroyer. I'll let them finish working up. All you really need is a proper fight with these fast battleships. See if we can get these Iron Dukes into a scrap. Okay, not a whole lot else going on here. We've got 2 more battle cruisers, but they're quite a ways out. 2 more light cruisers, but those are also quite a ways out. Let's see, how's our fleet distribution? Okay, looks like America has mostly abandoned the Caribbean, so that's good. And we don't quite have strength parity off the East Coast. So that's not so good. But since we're trying to focus most of our offensive actions in the Caribbean, that's okay. I will maintain this strength superiority here. Let's do a quick review of our air groups again. Looks like Samantha has fully re-equipped with the Hornet Seas. What about the Maxton? Alright, one group has the Hornet Seas, the other group does not yet. So, nothing there. Alright, there was something else I needed to check. Ah, yes, here we go. Doctrine and training, we need the float plane search priority. Because in that last battle, we had a seaplane tender available to launch float planes, and she didn't use them. Instead, they just kind of sat around looking pretty and not doing much. So we'll switch over to float plane search priority, so the float planes do the searching, and then we can use fighters for strikes. Which is good, because our float planes... never mind, our float planes do not... well, they've got a higher cruise speed, but their range is not much better. Alright, 2 more months until our torpedo bomber gets developed, and then probably another 6 months worth of development. So it'll be a while before those can start having any sort of effect. But who knows, maybe some fighter bomber attacks will change the tide of war. All right, we have a convoy attack, large battle, eastern USA. Lots of ships, lots of ships. Looks good to me. I accept. Okay, objective is to sink 6 transports. We have oh, wonderful. What a beautiful distribution of ships. We have my modern fast battleships split into 2 squadrons and 1 random slow battleship tied in behind one of the fast ships. No scouting force, no other capital ships. But at least we have a carrier, so that's something. Okay, let's see. Where do we want to go from here? It is mid-morning, so we have all day long to search. Let's take a look and see what kind of search we can do. So, search is going in this direction. Is that? First of all, we obviously cannot reach out to 100. In fact, our actual search range is only 85. So we'll go with that, and that is our objective over there. Okay. And strike-wise, we're going to immediately prepare both sets of fighters for a naval strike. So they'll be carrying some bombs, medium range, effective reach is going to be 60 nautical miles, which is not great, but hey, it'll work. That'll have to. Okay, so that is set. We'll try and keep the carrier somewhat behind for now. And the dreadnoughts will continue as is. Do we want to stop to launch float planes? Yeah, we're going to have to, because I don't see any seaplane tender with us. Confound you, Samantha, I said no. I wanted all of those planes prepared for strikes. Let's see what we have here. So we have various recons heading out. We got Cap heading out. That is a lot of Cap. Is it too late to say no Cap? It's probably too late. Oh well, it is what it is. At least we've got some sort of recon going on. Alright, let's see what we can find. We know the convoy is somewhere over here, but we don't have the reach to properly get out there. Alright, let's see. Double check this strike. Nothing. I think they sent all of those planes on recon and Cap. Yeah, we've got 6, 7, 10. Basically all of these things are on combat air patrol, which is not what I wanted. Oh well. It'll have to do. It will have to do. Hold on, Samantha, what are you doing? You drop back down. That is way too fast. You're supposed to be behind the battleships. No contact between fleets. Do we want to keep searching? Yeah, I think we can still find them. Alright, let's stop and launch some more float planes. Yes, yes, yes. Launch those float planes. There we go, another round of search. Any contact? Anything? There we go. Okay, that's the sort of thing that we're looking for. 3 battleships, 3 battlecruisers, and 14 transports. Now we know where they are. Alright, let's get in there. You know what? I don't want to go 21 knots. I'm going to pick up the speed to 25. And we will drop off that one ship that's not going to be able to keep up. We'll see if we can... Alright. Oh, no. We have insufficient planes ready, and we're not going to be even able to get into the fight before time is up. And I do not want a night fight. So we're just going to have to let this thing get away. That is incredibly frustrating. They spawned us in entirely the wrong position. Oh. Well, at least one of our submarines did something useful. Damaged, not lost, but hey, at least there's something. So we failed to sink the transports. They did have all of those, but we did get a torpedo on one enemy battleship. Didn't sink, but at least that's damage, and those damage points were enough to turn the tide. Alright, let's see where they actually spawned us. So yeah, they spawned us way far away. Would have been fine in the 1930s or 40s when I have long-range aircraft to search that far and strike. But I don't have that. And as far as ships go, Georgia class, Montana, Vermont class. This would have been a good fight. But they just didn't spawn us in the right location. They spawned us way too far away. And I certainly have no intention of engaging in a long-range... Well, a long-range gunnery duel would have been fine, but a close-range night fight? Oof, that would have been bad. Alright, marginal victory, I'll take it. Oh. We need some aircraft assignments. Enemy fleets dominate the seas around Java. Russia has crushed the rebels in Sakhalin. Can we please crush the rebels that we're fighting? What? Rebels in Panama have defeated British forces. Panama has declared independence? That is absurd. Absolutely ridiculous. I object. Almost the entire region of Panama is within range of my battleship guns. There is no way that those rebels should have been able to survive. Invasion of Guantanamo Bay delayed due to unfavorable weather. Well, yeah, it is November. Okay, fair enough. And one of our corvettes, one of our minesweepers, has been sunk by a mine off the east coast. How ironic. Okay, so they are sending out some raiders. So that is going to start having an effect here. And let's see if there's anything else that we can do. One more turn until torpedo bomber options show up. Keep in mind, I have no idea what priorities were selected for this thing, so we might get some pretty ridiculous designs. And financially, we cannot afford to order any more ships. And we are running very low on submarines as well, so that's not good. Alright, we do need to set up more aircraft. So let's go to air groups. So Halifax needs more aircraft, so let's add some of those. We're going to add air unit. We need flying boats. So we're going to do that for all of these new air groups. There we go. Quick review. Our flying boats do not have any sort of bomb load capabilities. Only our float plane scouts and fighters. But hey, with the flying boats, those should be able to do some proper maritime patrols. And then use the float plane scouts for attack. Okay, so that's set. Capital ships are doing okay. Alright. Well, on to our next turn. Coastal raid, medium size. Okay, we'll take it. So, well, this should be interesting. 2 cruisers, and our objective is to sink 2 ships, any ship. And it is almost sunset. So we have a little bit of time to do some damage, but not a whole lot. Alright, our objective is to get in close and find some ships fast. So we're going to pick up the pace, and we're just going to go right along the coastline and see what we can find. Oh, interesting. Transport all the way up there. Well, I'm not diverting that far unless we can't find anything else, so let's keep going. There we go. Unknown ship. Accelerate to squad max. We're going to sink these transports. Sink a couple transports. Alright, do we want to pick up survivors? Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, a land target? I'd rather not mess around with that. That's an 8-inch coastal battery. That would be bad. Ooh, contact. Major contact. Hard to starboard. That is multiple ships in formation. That looks like warships. Alright, flotilla attack, squadron signal hoisted. Oh boy, that is a lot of enemy warships. Let's get out of there. Oh, come on. Lance, what are you doing? You're my most modern destroyer. Alright, there we go. Sink a transport. Complete the objective. There we go. Objective complete. Time to GTFO. So we're going to head back to the north. Reduce speed to cruising. And we're just going to head home. I do not want to mess around with a superior number of American destroyers at night. While I do believe we can take them any day of the week in a daytime fight, I do not want to trust to AI torpedo capabilities, because I know those things would not go well. Alright, so we sank 2 transports. We did take some damage on our destroyers, but hey, we didn't lose anything, and we completed our objective. Okay. There we go. Let's see what kind of forces we were facing. Is that something I could have taken? Yeah, so they wandered all around there. What were they? Did they just... Oh, that's random. Pick a direction and run. Alright, so that was 2 cruisers. A Pasadena. Okay, we could have taken that in a daytime fight. And Minneapolis. Again, we could have taken that in a daytime fight. But nope, we're stuck doing our coastal raids at night. If I can figure out which admiral planned that, I would shoot him. But I guess it is what it is. We'll call this a few victory points and we'll move right along. Well, too bad, Army. I'll ship a few crayons your way and hopefully that'll be good enough for you. New docks completed, hooray. Oh, and here we go. New torpedo bomber prototypes ready for evaluation. All right, let's see. So, one of the most significant considerations early on is range. Because we need the ability to reach our enemy with a strike. And the best one there is this bottom one, the Westland. It also has the highest speed, so that's also another important consideration. It has some firepower, it has good maneuverability, good toughness, and all around good performance. All right, I think we have our torpedo bomber. This one just hands down outperforms every other plane. More range, more speed, better stats. I mean, it's probably going to have poor reliability, but so do all planes in this era. All right, we'll take it. Enemy fleets dominate the seas around Singapore. Formosa, invasion delayed due to unfavorable weather still. U.S. raiders out and about. Let's actually take a look and see. What sort of ships do they have here? Okay, so they do have battle cruisers in Southeast Asia. Oh. Interesting. And a heavy cruiser. So there is actually a threat there. Alright, well, I guess we're going to have to respond in kind. Let's take these ones, and we're going to send those to Southeast Asia. Because who knows, they might be planning an invasion there. I would not want to lose any significant capital ships down there. We still have our major capital, or our big battle cruisers. Actually, you know what? We're going to take these. And we're going to cancel those orders. Cancel moves, yep. Close. Okay, we'll keep those in Northern Europe, and we will send these in considerables overseas instead. Alright, and off they go. That should be enough to turn things around. We still have two 50,000-ton battle cruisers around to fend off whatever the enemy tries in the Caribbean. Alright, but we're approaching the 50-minute mark now, so I think it's time to wrap this episode up. Until next time, Katori87, signing out.